Welcome to another edition of OCG Thursday, where we look at the wacky, zany antics of the OCG. I think the OCG is getting wilder every week. So today we have Aromage, Harpies, and Invoked for everybody. And we're going to be starting off with, as you see here, the Aromage list. So this is basically just turbo.deck is how I feel is the best way to do this, because I see we have bad assault mode support here. You know, without assault mode, we're just kind of doing this so we get access to the Psi Reflector, which, I mean, is an incredibly good card as it is, but that's a point for another part of the video here. So let's kind of dig into this, see what this deck's aiming to do, and I feel like it has to do with this guy. So we have one copy of Aromage Jasmine. So during your main phase, life points are higher than your opponent, so you can normal summon one plant monster in addition to your normal summon, which that can be done. And then you can only give this effect once per turn. So once per turn, if you gain life, you get to draw a card. So this is an additional draw card for the deck. And then we play triple copies of Laurel. So if your life points are higher than your opponent's, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you gain life points, you target one non-tuner plant monster on the field. It's treated as a tuner. If this card's in the graveyard, you can gain 500 life. So basically, we can use this to tutor to gain life and trigger the draw effect off of this, which is brilliant. Then we have the one copy of the Aromage Therapy Angelica. So during either player's turn, discard this card, target one aroma monster in your graveyard, gain life equal to the target's attack, and then while your life points are higher than your opponent's, you control an aroma monster. While this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. So, pretty interesting clause on this card, just more life gain. Now we get into more of like the concrete staples. We have the two copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, one copy of the Assault Beast, triple copies of Evil Thorn, tributing this, pinging your opponent for 300, and then getting to special summon two more Evil Thorns to literally make your Link 2. This card is probably one of the best things we have going in our deck. We have the one Snow, one Lone Fire. Shame the OCG only gets to play one of these. We have triple copies of Maxi, one copy of Nibiru, and then we have two Darling Cobra, two copies of the Ortho Scorpio. This card can be a pretty big brick. Then we have the one copy of Psi Reflector. So on normal or special, add one Assault Mode Activate or one card that specifically lists Assault Mode Activate and its card text from your deck to your hand. Then you can reveal one Assault Mode Activate from your hand, target one monster in your graveyard that specifically lists Assault Mode Activate in its text, except for Psi Reflector, and special summon it and increase its level by 1 to 4. So basically you do this, search for Assault Beast, discard it, add the Assault Mode Activate, use this effect, reveal this, revive this, tune this into, you know, whatever you potentially need, and it's literally one card and you deck thin two out of the deck. It's really good. We have triple copies of Gamma, one Spore, one World Chalice Guard Dragon, one Garnet, and one Driver. I see 5 bricks literally in a row here. And then we have one copy of Brilliant Fusion, brilliant. Triple Called by the Grave, two copies of Crossout Designator, two Emergency Teleport, one Monster Reborn, two 1-for-1, one Super Solar Nutrient. So you can activate this card by tributing one level 2 or lower plant monster, special summon one plant monster from your hand or deck, whose level is less than or equal to the level of the tributed monster had on the field, plus 3. And when this card leaves, still destroy the monster. So we can just beam out whatever we need to tutor for this deck. This is really cute. Then we have one Assault Mode Activate and one copy of Blessed Winds, wrapping up the main deck here. Extra deck, we have one Anima, one Link Kribo, one Phoenix, one Needle Fiber, one Clothy, one Boral Sword, one Jasmine, one Appaloosa, one Mr. Abyss Dweller, one Trish, one Ib, one copy of Formula Synchron, one Borreload Savage, one Sweet Aromage Mommy. Then we have one Seraph Knight. Side deck here we have triple copies of Phantasme, triple Gizmek Mikazuchi the Nuclear Emperor, two Nibiru, one Harpie Feather Duster, triple Lightning Storm, and triple copies of Mind Control, wrapping up this relatively interesting deck. One, this was a good choice. I like Aromage, especially when it's like a combo tutor deck like this. It definitely goes to show that the OCG is coming up with interesting concepts, really pushing those cultural norms that we've seen a lot of their standardized metagame. Now, that being said, we have Harpies, and Harpies in the OCG get more than we have here, which is very sad because, you know, they actually have Harpies Feather Duster, so you can actually, you know, get to tutor for Feather Duster literally from your deck or graveyard. So this is the one deck that actually is aiming to use Feather Duster in the way that it's actually meant to be. So, yay. So we have 2 copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. 1 singular copy of Phantasme. I guess under Maxi, if you draw into it, you just kind of are able to go. Like, that's the way I see it with the way OCG does Nibiru and Phantasme. You just adjust your ratios depending on what you think you're going to see. And it makes sense to me. We have triple copies of Harpie Channeler. Only 1 Dancer. Triple Harpist. 2 copies of Harpie Lady 1. Triple copies of Perfumer. And then we have 2 Ripple copies of Queen. And then we have triple Maxi. 2 copies of Summoner Monk. Honestly, getting this to dump off our bad card is probably the main reason why we're playing it. I wish you could honestly make 3 consistent, but it's okay. We have 1 Tempest. And we have 2 Alluring Mirror Split. Triple copies of Crossout Designator. 1 Double or Nothing. 1 Elegant Egotist. 1 Feather Duster. 1 copy of Rest. So here's the thing about Rest. I know a lot of people look at this card, they're like, I don't really like this. But in more of a casual scene in the OCG, getting that free reload to continue on tutoring, this card has a lot of value in the more casual scene. And I get it. I mean, you're already looking at a 44 card deck, but getting to recycle some of your key pieces so that you can continue on if the game goes past that point that you need, why not? We have 2 copies of Hunting Ground, and then triple copies of Hysteric Sign. And then traps have triple Featherstorm, 1 copy of Party, and 2 copies of Infinite Permanence, wrapping up the main deck here. Down in the extra deck, we have 1 Underclock Taker, 1 Pentastag, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 Harpie Conductor, 1 copy of Gravity Controller, 1 Utopia of Lightning, 1 Dugress the Timeless, 1 Utopia Double, and 1 Utopia, 1 Lightning Chidori, 1 Granite, 1 Gaga Cowboy, 1 Exciton, and 1 copy of Abyss Dweller. Side deck here, we have 2 Pankratops, 1 Phantasme, triple Nibiru. Remember, the OCG loves going rank 4 into Granite, searching for the rock. Like, we've seen this quite a lot, and it doesn't surprise me how much we see this. We have 2 copies of Lightning Storm, 2 Mind Control, triple Red Reboot, and 2 copies of There Can Only Be One, wrapping up this Harpie deck. Now remember, you get multiple cheese win conditions because Utopia Double for 10,000 is really good. Being able to just do this consistently for 1 brick in the deck is really good. And I think this current format will really actually just go on to prove that, like, the validity of this statement. Like, this is good for rogue decks. And then last but not least, we have a nice little change of pace. We have a more Invoked control deck. I think this is the first time I've actually seen pure Invoked do something in the OCG as of late because, you know, we got Macabre limited to 1. Really weird card choices that the OCG has done over there, but alas. So, we have triple copies of Alistair the Invoker, 2 copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, 1 copy of Ghost Spell, and 1 Ghost Ogre. 1 with triple copies of Maxi. That's your monster lineup. You're not trying to overflow the deck with any more or any less. We have 1 copy Called by the Grave, 1 copy of Crossout Designator, 1 Feather Duster, triple copies of Invocation, triple Magical Meltdown, triple Mind Control, 2 Desires, 2 copies of Scapegoat, and 1 copy of Terraforming. Traps we have triple Crackdown, triple copies of Infinite Permanence, triple Solemn Judgment, 2 Strike, and 2 Warning. Remember, the OCG has triple of all of these now. Think about that. The OCG, or the TCG, has 3 of this, 3 of this, but we're looking at Warning now at this point, and we're like, maybe we can get 3 of it at this point. We'll see. Down here in the extra deck, we have 1 copy of Security Dragon, 1 copy of Secure Gardener, 1 Owl Mirage, 1 Link Kribo, 1 Link Spider, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 Boral Sword, 1 Borreload, 1 copy of Alistair the Mighty Invoker, 1 Region, 1 Purgatrio, 1 Macabre, 1 Malangelica, and 1 copy of the Caliga. And then side deck here we have 1 Lancia, 2 Pankratops, 2 Phantasme, 2 Gizmek Mikazuchi, the Nuclear Emperor, 2 copies of Nibiru, 1 Crossout Designator, 2 Lightning Storm, 2 Red Reboot, and 1 copy of Vanity's Emptiness, wrapping up this chunk of OCG deck profiles for everybody. So, what do you guys think? You have any ideas that you want to try coming out of the OCG? I think it's really interesting every week that we kind of just see their format. You know, it's more casual, but like they're very creative. I think that's what makes me love the OCG so much. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Well, guys, I'm out. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.